The storm was a beast that night, throwing itself against the glass of the store as if it wanted in. I was on the late shift with my coworker, Gina. We were both running on fumes, just counting the minutes until we could lock up and go home. We were in the middle of our closing routine when Gina suddenly went rigid, her eyes fixed on the back door. I followed her gaze, and my breath caught in my throat. It was Lorie. She was standing there, soaked to the bone, her uniform plastered to her body, her hair a dripping mess. A smile stretched across her face, but it was all wrong. It was too wide, too stiff, like a mask someone had carved for her. She told us her car had broken down and she'd walked back to help us finish her shift. It sounded plausible, except for the way she said it, and the way she moved. As she stepped further into the store, her movements were jerky and natural, like a puppet on strings, and the water. The water on her clothes wasn't dripping onto the floor, it was just vanishing, evaporating into the air as if it were never there. My skin crawled. Something was deeply, terribly wrong. Gina was pale, her hand clamped over her mouth. Lorie shuffled closer, that terrifying smile never leaving her face. She leaned in, and a whisper, raspy and low, scraped its way out of her throat. "You didn't hear me scream," she said. The moment the words left her lips, the overhead lights didn't just flicker, they shattered. Glass rained down, and the air turned thick and heavy, pressing in on all sides. It felt like the store was shrinking around us. Pure terror finally snapped me out of my trance. I didn't even look back at Gina. I just ran. I bolted for the front door, shoving against a force I couldn't see, an invisible wind that seemed to claw at my clothes, trying to hold me back. I burst out into the raging storm, the rain and wind hitting me like a physical blow. I didn't stop. I just kept running, sprinting across the slick, dark parking lot, my heart pounding in my ears. That's when I saw it. Lorie's car. Or what was left of it. It was wrapped around a utility pole, the front end completely crushed, steam still hissing from the mangled engine. My legs felt like lead as I forced myself closer. I peered through the shattered driver's side window, and the horror of it all crashed down on me. Lorie was slumped against the steering wheel. Her uniform was dark, not with rain, but with blood. Her skull was split open. As I stared, frozen in disbelief, her head snapped up with a sound like cracking bone. Her ruined face contorted into that same rigid, impossibly wide smile. Her voice, a broken, gurgling rasp, echoed in the storm. "I told you," she croaked. Then, her mutilated hand lifted, dragging her bloodied fingers across the inside of the glass, tracing slow, deliberate lines, leaving streaks of red in its wake. Thanks for tuning into this chilling tale. If you love a good scare, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next story. Stay safe out there, and see you in the next one.